You are watching Infinipoop's Poopcast. Thank you for tuning in to this exclusive interview with SNEAKYBOOTS. And again, thank you very much for tuning in to this exclusive interview. We have SNEAKYBOOTS here with us.
Hello.
And if you enjoyed that music, that was Invertus Indica, the Marijuana Convictions by Cephalic Carnage on their fantastic album, Exploiting Dysfunction. And I am joined here with none other than, it would be expected, our very own Mullet.
Hey. We're here today having another Poopcast. We got Boots.
Hello there.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Boots, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Yourself?
I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there.
Me too. Not bad. We have eclectic tastes over here. We like all kinds of music, everything. And we are really, really happy and proud to have you here with us. And so as we begin, why don't you go ahead and just tell us a little bit about yourself first?
All right. So, as you've mentioned, I'm SNEAKYBOOTS, and I've been making YTPs over the years, but switching through various channels. And usually I will switch channels just because I get bored, honestly. But yeah, so I've been getting fairly popular recently, actually, for some reason. But yeah, I've kind of been lacking on videos, though, so I think I should get on that more.
Well, what would you attribute your recent rise in popularity to? If you could
probably
say.
just joining more collabs and just making more entries for them, mostly from like, I guess, bigger creators that have hundreds of thousands of subs even, and their viewership can go pretty high actually too. So I'm guessing I'm just kind of been part of that ride, just been getting some of their views, because once again, when the collab comes out, they link the collaborators' channels in the description. So I'm guessing people are just coming to my channel and are like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. I'm a subscribe and watch his videos and whatever. And actually, it's gotten to the point where people ask me to be in collabs now, like I'm some kind of like person that they need on their projects. So that's pretty cool.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, a collab, I think, is you want to do a poop, but you can't exactly decide what. Like a collab.
Yeah, you can't like think of the source sometimes, and sometimes people can just give it like give it out for you. Just they're like, hey, we got this certain source or style, and or both even, and then they're like, here you go, you can make something for it and put it all together.
Yeah, sometimes it can help you figure out what to do next.
Yeah. And I mostly make fast-paced videos because for some reason, people like tell me that whenever I do something even just a tiny bit slow-paced and like longer, they're like, "Oh no, this is bad." I mean, I don't really listen to them all the time because I mean, honestly, like you're not just gonna pander to your fans, but like, I honestly kind of like the faster-paced style, but it takes more time definitely because you have to put many more jokes in it. Just to keep the viewer's attention.
What's your personal favorite poop that you've ever made?
That's kind of a hard one, to be honest, but if I could choose at least one or two, honestly, probably my more recent ones, like my YTPMVs or YouTube Poop music videos, especially one called the Michael Rosen Bridge, which is basically, the bridge zone music from Sonic 1 on the Game Gear and Master System with Michael Rosen, and another one that I did recently for Sylvanator's collab for Phineas and Ferb. And that was pretty fun to work on, to be honest. And it's probably one of my longest fast-paced poops I've ever made. And honestly, I think I packed a lot of jokes in here, just like a lot of like jabs at like like sex jokes and all that, and like just kind of going all out on that. And I gotta say that Phineas and Ferb collab is probably like one of the best of the year, like already, to be honest, because like it just had so much in it, like that I couldn't even keep like attention on everything that was going on, which is honestly really, really cool. But yeah, and that was on the episode, Dude, We're Getting the Band Back Together in season 1, and that was just a blast to work on in general.
That's awesome. That's really cool. So, how long have you been pooping for?
I would say that I started quite a few years ago, like when I was much younger, like 2011, when I just like was on my mom's laptop and I used like Windows Movie Maker and made like shitty slideshows. And then I found out what YouTube Poop was, and then like I kind of made a couple of those, and then that channel got suspended because I was really dumb and I didn't know that you can't show like nudity. I think I posted a video of my like little brother in a bathtub or some shit at one point, and then like that got terminated. Good. Yeah, not good, because I didn't know better then. So I was like, I'm just gonna post whatever I want because they won't care. But obviously they did. So yeah. But honestly, I took a break from YouTube Poops for a while. I got into Roblox of all things for a little bit. Around that time a few years ago.
I've heard about that.
Because that was kind of a big game at that time. I think it still is, to be honest, with
I've
Fortnite and
read,
all that
I've
still.
read a little bit about it. Did you
Yeah.
ever have fun with the more explicit content in that?
I mean, there was more explicit content. Um, and I would say that, I mean, I don't really get off the block, so I mean, I wouldn't really say that I liked it, but I mean, it was funny. I mean, I gotta say, for immature humor, it was kind of funny in that way.
Yeah, that's
Um,
awesome. Yeah.
yeah. And I posted a few like really bad videos through the Roblox recorder, which like was literally fucking frame by frame, and it had like a text to speech function, and I used that a bit. I remember it, and it was mostly just like shitty obbies and like that sort of thing that basically just like, fill up the game. Like just over, they're overrated, to be honest. Like they're just all over the place. Same with what are they called? Fucking the ones where the Roblox games where you like stand on a platform or something and you get money for it, and then like you build shit. I forgot what it was called. Those are also pretty overrated, but I haven't played it in a while, so I don't even remember. But yeah, like but I used to just make like those kind of shitty videos, and also just like slideshows with top to bottom image flip SpongeBob memes for some reason in Windows Movie Maker again, of course, with like the most stock YouTube music probably ever. Basically the top shit I see, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use that music. Um, and then in 2016, I kind of tried again on the YouTube poop thing, and then I kind of posted a couple more YouTube poops at that time on Windows, not on Windows Movie Maker, on iMovie on my iPhone, I think, which I don't know why I thought that was a great idea, but I did it anyway. I think one was like a Chadtronic, which I was a big fan of at the time, and I uploaded that, and it just had like shitty JonTron like meme like jokes in it, and like John Cena memes, and all that shit
Yeah.
from that time that was popular. The meme replacement thing, just
Sure.
putting a whole bunch of shit in it. And then 2017 would be probably where I started to actually like go somewhere with my work, and then I put Windows on my MacBook through Boot Camp, and then I started making more. I would say probably some of my better work, of course, and then I guess to where we are today and all that, and I've kind of just kept finding new poopisms and learning new things about the medium and everything, and met a lot of great people in the community, of course, um, and all that. And then May 2018, I got a gaming PC, and then I got even more into poops, because then I could do more crazy effects with plugins, because with
Yes.
third-party plugins, because it didn't lag like shit like on my MacBook when it did. But yeah, and I've also experimented with Adobe After Effects and Premiere, which I totally didn't pirate, by the way. I bought those for like because they're totally not that expensive or anything. I just kind of bought them because it's
Good.
not like I went on Pirate Bay or anything. But
Sure.
honestly, like, piracy aside, like, I kind of learned quite a few things with like masking on there, and like just like putting like random, like really random shit into like, which I thought that I wouldn't be able to accomplish, but then I just kind of kept going on with it. And it's
Well,
kind of yeah.
one of the things I'd like to do on the show is I'd really like Adobe to and Sony also to give away some free software
Yeah,
to
that
some
would
of
be
the interviewers. I think it would be really cool because a lot of the individuals in the YTP community, a lot of these artists use this software, and they may continue to use this software into the future.
Yeah.
You know, many people may start off just, you know, fucking around with the
Oh
art
yeah.
and then actually
But
make
that's what kind of like makes them better at it. Just like messing around with the software, fucking around with the software. That's basically what a lot of like pretty much I'm guessing most poopers do. Like they just mess with the source and the software, see what they can do, and then they just kind of remember what they did, and then they kind of build off that, and they
Yep.
can learn more from that.
Yeah, and one of the things I just want to, you know, I'd love to be able to have those companies actually give some of the software
Yeah.
away for free, official licensed versions. That would be great for the community.
Oh yeah,
Also.
definitely. Yeah, I think that would be really generous of them, but I couldn't see them doing that anytime in the near future.
Well,
But
I think it would
hey,
be good business
it would be cool.
practice, you
Yeah,
know? Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
I'd like to open up a line of communication between them and their marketing department because I think it would benefit them in the
Yeah.
community at large. Mullet, what
Sure.
do you got?
We got yeah, it'd be great to get free shit.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah. Uh, Um,
Free shit's always nice.
are things going okay with you, 99V? I mean, I hate to give away the sausage, as they say, but I'm like, is it me or is it you? I'm seeing like a weird effect on your video. Like it's flickering in and out. Like you kind of look like
Yeah.
the Wang Chung music video.
Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody Wang. Okay.
yeah. Your
There,
frame
yeah,
skipping in
flickering.
that
I don't know what
fashion.
the fuck the flickering is, but whatever. Like,
Yeah.
Mm.
well, yeah, no, I'm good over here, I guess. I don't know what the flickering's from, but fuck it. Is it really annoying or
No,
noticeable?
it's not annoying. I was just wondering if it was what I was receiving or what was being put out.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
No, go ahead and Wang Chung, dude. It's all right with me.
It's all by design.
Yeah.
So, Sneaky, we recently did a poopcast where we covered some of the NFL sports poops, and I noticed that you have created a poop here called "The NFL Pisses Everyone Off,"
It's
epic
not really a
style.
poop, to be honest. It's just kind of like a side ship post. Like usually the ones I don't call YTP are usually not. Like I do make content that's aside from that. So I just basically threw that out mainly for a little, a little popularity, not gonna lie. For like, everyone being like, oh my god, like they didn't play Sweet Victory at the Super Bowl. And like so I just kind of made like a little thing just being like,
Okay,
as
so then you don't technically consider this a YTP, but this is still an artistic exaggeration and
yeah.
parody of the
Yeah.
reaction that
Yeah.
many people had to the NFL. Would you mind if we played this and watched it?
Sure, go ahead if you want. Once again, it was just a quick thing I put out, and probably a lot of other people already did the exact same thing before I even uploaded that, but I was just trying to get out as quick as possible, so.
Sweet. Okay, here we go. Now we will enjoy one of Sneaky Boots' most recent artistic uploads.
That beginning just shows like the original clip, by the way, so.
Yeah. Gone on you with the pick and roll. Younger flame, yeah, sickle mode.
20 minutes later. That's it? That's the
Super Bowl halftime show.
That was just a bunch of cheap walk cycles! What a rip!
The NFL.
Betrayed us!
Hey, kids!
See Squidward at the Super Bowl.
I feel like I should have put the NFL logo there, but I wasn't thinking at the time.
Gone on you with the pick and roll. Young and flame in civil mode.
So yeah, just a little, a little parody thingy, I guess.
You know,
wouldn't-
that was great.
Yeah.
That really was. That was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, no problem. Feel free to watch, another video of mine maybe later down this podcast if you want to. Maybe you could watch like a YHPMV of mine or something just to mix it up a bit. Doesn't matter. I don't mind it. It's
Okay,
cool.
sweet. Wait, tell me again. Which one would you like?
Out of these, I would say either YTPMV, the Michael Rosen Bridge, or let's see. Haven't really watched a lot of these in a little bit, so gotta remember which ones I like more or less. Or the Grinch's Pineapple Problem. I would probably say that's another good one. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. I've got pulled up the YTPMV. That is the music video, the Michael Rosen Bridge, and we'll watch that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, what have we got? What are some sources that you like?
All right. So I was quite a few sources. Like, for example, of course, SpongeBob, because it's in my profile pic, but and then I like to use like Kim Possible, Nick Jr. Face, The Wiggles sometimes, because that's a childhood favorite of mine.
Yeah.
I want to make a Fairly Odd Parents poop at some point, but I can't think of good jokes. But I also do like the Super Mario Bros. Shows, like the Super Show and Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, and the Sonic Boom TV show. I also use like side sources like Super Smash Bros. Like things like little shitpost memes, like all that sort of thing. I also like doing like TV logos sometimes, like just weird stuff with like the color bars and all that. And yeah.
Okay. Now, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm a weaker pooper. Do you ever have trouble like getting source or getting material out of the legacy sources? I mean, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, for instance.
Yeah. Sometimes it is pretty hard to. Really, the Super Mario Bros. 3 show is probably like the easiest one for me to like find jokes for and like where to find like the pieces of the source to find jokes for and everything. But yeah, it can be hard for especially like the other ones like the Super Show and Super Mario World, where there's like already overused like spit dinner memes and stuff in it, and like you want to try to find something like more original for uses of jokes and all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I know that off air we talked, and I know that you were absolutely devastated when your team lost the Super Bowl. How did you recover from that psychologically?
Wait, which one of us are you talking to?
I'm talking to you, Sneaky.
Oh, really? Let's just say that yes, I was totally devastated. It was so sad when we lost. But yeah, seriously, like honestly, I didn't really give a fuck about either of the teams, so I don't really care. Rams or Patriots, I don't really care. But yeah.
And what do you think about the target audience of the Super Bowl?
Well, I mean, there's I would say there's a lot of different age demographics when it comes to that, but like if you're just talking about like general sports fans, and I mean like some of them can be just absolutely stupid, but like I don't know, like what you like. I don't really care. I mean, even if the Super Bowl game was super fucking slow up until the end, like, you know, if they like the end result and who won, then and if whoever lost, you know, the people that flip the fuck out about it and spurg out about it, like yeah, like come on. It's a fucking sports game. It's not your life, so, you know. Anyway.
Yeah. Something that we discussed during our previous live broadcast, where we talked about the Super Bowl. It seems like it's more of a ritual, an American ritual that
Yeah.
people have to tune in. They have to watch.
Yeah, it's like
they have to have a party. They have to drink a
oh yeah.
beer. They have to get stupid. They have to watch the fucking commercials. It's like a ritual more than an entertainment
Yeah.
experience.
Oh yeah, like some people will even treat it like go as far as like a religion. Like, oh yeah, like football, yeah, that's a religion, man. Like, okay. But yeah, like definitely people think that they have to do certain things for it just because, you know, it's the tradition. Um,
Yeah.
kind of like religion, to be honest, if you think about it, really. Yeah, definitely people can go overboard with it.
Yeah, without a doubt.
To say the least.
I was waiting to hear about the riots and the flipped
Yeah,
cars and the Molotov cocktails, but I don't know.
yeah,
I didn't hear much about that.
the riots are kind of like politics, where you know people just fucking throw around their shit about it and go all over social media and just like say, "Oh my god, I'm never using the internet again if this team loses," or whatever else, or you know, arguments like
Yes.
politics, and everything like that.
Yeah, and it's and I only talk about this because you know we are coming off the heels of the Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
it's very tribalistic the way that people coalesce around a tribe, a team,
Yeah.
and they really feel emotionally
Yeah.
connected with these millionaires and the entire system built around it to throw a ball back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really overblown, to be honest. It's like, you know, especially the people who are like, oh, video games are for kids and all that, while they're screaming at football of all things, that's kind of like childish if you
Good
think
point.
like yeah, honestly. It's like and honestly, like once again, you don't only see this with like sports games and football and all that. You see it with like religion and politics and a lot of other things, like
Absolutely.
especially on social media.
I agree with you, Sneaky, 100%, 101%. It's fantastic to have you on the show, Sneaky. Thank you for putting up with our bullshit before the show, and having you here
Yeah,
is
no problem.
amazing. I hope that we can serve you in your quest to continue being an artist and being a member and a contributor of the
Yeah.
YouTube Poop community.
Yeah, I'll do as much possible to like, you know, just get my community out there and all that. You know, I actually joined a YouTube documentary that has like been hosted by this guy named Isaiah the Vargas, who does a lot of like collabs and everything like that. He's a big fan of Goosebumps too, and he also just throw out there. And she's doing this documentary, and he's getting a whole bunch of like old poopers and new poopers on, like Super Yoshi. Even he got Super Yoshi on, which I thought was ridiculous. Like you know, arguably the grandfather of YouTube Poop himself, like that
Yeah.
made a video in that style before YouTube even became a thing. YouTube Poop well, YouTube in general even became a thing. He got him on, which I thought was just like holy shit, like so it's definitely a big thing that's happening in the community. We also have the first episode up already, and we almost have the second one out. And I actually was interviewed on that, and I'm also a writer. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, there's definitely some really like crazy great things going on in the community recently, which is just great. Like,
Yeah, it is because when
definitely a
we
great time to be in the community.
right now truly is when we first started pooping and getting into the scene, becoming aware of the scene. It was about 2009, it was 2010, and there was a completely different kind of energy
Yeah,
in the scene, something
very
that
much. Yeah.
turned me off as an
Yeah,
artist.
there was just a lot of disagreements and everything, especially on like YouTube, especially even near the end, there was a lot of arguments and all that just kind of threw everyone off. And I say it now, it's much more humble than ever.
Yeah, I mean the scene has had a little bit of time to grow,
Yeah.
um, and
A lot of
it's
new
just
guys, a lot of
interesting.
old, some who've gone, some are still here. It's kind of been a ride for sure.
Yeah, it's been an awesome ride.
Yeah.
And you never know who you're talking to. I mean, really, one of the fantastic things about the YouTube poop artistry community is that they have many different accounts, and
Yeah.
there are various handles. And, you know, you really do not know who the fuck you're talking to.
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely say that for myself because I've talked to a lot of people in the community, and like who knows, some of them could be just random alt accounts. You don't even know like if they're the same person you've talked to before who's quit and just came back like randomly, or
Yeah,
like
it's one of
just
the
some
most.
random Joe Schmo. Like you
It's one
don't
of the
know.
fantastic
It's
things.
it's just great because everyone's just kind of like anonymous, but at the same time known.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's a great idea. Maybe I should start over again.
I
Just
mean,
have a new chance. I could start over again. Who would know?
yeah, I've done that before. I mean, same can you. Yeah.
Okay, Sneaky, you've done that before. I mean, what?
Yeah.
uh, how many times would you say you've delved into other personalities?
I would say a couple. YouTube poop and off YouTube poop. A lot of like my past stuff, as I said before, 2017 is just awful, honestly. Just my personality and my content was just, I don't know, it was the most stupid shit like ever. But yeah, like I've had a couple different personalities recently online that are both YouTube poop related, and I don't know, sometimes I feel like a new change can really benefit,
Yeah.
like especially if like you're in a lot of heat with just stupid fucking people who you don't want to deal with. Even then,
Yes.
like you just run away from that. But like, that's not even the main focus of it. It's just that like you can just start off fresh, and like especially
Yes.
if you like, and as much as I don't really like, abandoning having like over 1,000 subs and all that, like which I did have at some point, and like, just starting off new again. Like that's what I really like about it, especially that like it just kind of, once again, it's just fresh air, basically, pretty much. Is what
That
I can say
makes a lot
about
of
it.
sense. Yeah, you're making a lot of sense. But to add to that logic, that train of thought, given the certain sort of sort of political climate, technological climate with Google and other technology providers that operate their businesses on the internet. I think it's fair to allow someone to start fresh. I think it's fair to not hold what they had done in the past against them. I mean, people do change. In fact, scientifically, every 2 years, we really change.
Yeah.
We change drastically.
Oh
we
yeah,
can.
I've seen that with
change.
myself. Even I've seen that because like I went from some kind of prepubescent little cunt online to like just like I would say a well knowledge like pooper basically that can actually just like have fun with just doing what I like doing and not like really caring about other people and all that shit. Like, of course, like taking criticisms, of course, important.
It's
But
tough.
when there's like
Yes.
little kids online that are just like, oh, you're stupid, go fuck yourself, go kill yourself, or some fucking stupid ass shit like that. Like,
I've heard it. Yeah.
which like I've heard it many times.
Yeah, me too.
And back then I used to be really sensitive to it because I was
I
much
still
younger
am.
then. Oh, I mean, hey, that's fine. But like, I'm just saying like how I've changed and like everything from
Totally.
that's really kind of like shaped me into like a better person, really. Just like, just to like change as a person just kind of enlightens me, and it's really good to see like who you were then and who you are now and how you've improved and how you were back then and how stupid you were or like how maybe
Yes.
even good you were back then, how much better you are now. Like,
Yes.
just like it's really nice just seeing that and really cheesy at the same time, depending on how long ago you go, basically.
Yeah, that's some really, really deep insight.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but like I'm just trying to say things because I'm not like, I didn't have a set script because I didn't know. Well, I did know some of the questions I was going to be asked, but like not in specifics. So yeah.
Yeah, we don't do script. I mean, we would if the party was interested.
Yeah. I mean,
But we'd like to
also
just
with a script, I feel like I would sound robotic in a way too. So I don't know. I guess just scrap that idea. I don't know.
Oh man, you've been perfect. You've been amazing. Really, you've gone above and beyond any of our expectations or even standards.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And we like to just have a kind of conversational back and forth more than anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just for you to be able to feel as comfortable as possible given this situation. It's just fantastic to have.
Yeah,
you
and
on.
I really appreciate that. Thanks. So I guess I'll just go on a little bit about like what kind of poops I watched back then, since like I just think it's kind of weird that you haven't asked me that
Okay,
yet.
well,
because
when
like,
is back then?
yeah. I would say probably like years and years ago, like when I first found out what YouTube was and everything, like when I was like really really young, and I was watching stuff I probably wasn't supposed to, but I did anyway. So so I'll just bring up this one creator, which was one of the first poopers I've ever watched. His username is CamrosX, and he makes some great poops. Like, I mean, he still uploads videos today, which I'm just pretty surprised by because his history with YouTube Poop goes back over 10 years. All right. And he's still been active, like, which just is something
That's
that
awesome.
I hope I'm going to be able to do, because that would be amazing. But, because you don't know your future, which is another thing I want to bring up. You never know how much longer you're going to like want to do YouTube Poop and how much longer you want to be in the community.
So
Because
true.
as you see people go out, and new people go in, it's kind of like come in. It's like it's really unfortunate seeing someone leave, but at the same time, it's really nice seeing some new faces. But then like there's the fact that like it changes the climate really. But like there's these people that stay active for fucking long time, and that just amazes me. And one of the first poops I watched by this guy is called Billy Mays Sells Oxystain, which granted is a spit dinner poop. It is like, spaghetti dinner, like, the kind of the YouTube poop, I would say stereotype from back then, and just kind of like everything that a lot of poopers did back then, of course, most of them. When they started off, or even just when they were making poops in general, they used Zelda CDI, Mario, Hotel Mario, just those kind of sources. But
those are sacred, holy
definitely.
sources, which
Yeah.
are again sort of
from God
ritualistic.
Hailed from the YouTube poop gods themselves.
Yes,
Big time. Yeah. But of course, this one came out in 2008, so that's of course expected. But yeah, like I just got amazed by the idea, of course, like many people, and wanted to make their own, which is of course most people's stories. But honestly, like it just amazed me. And then there's this other one that he made that I watched, like probably right after that, called and it was the first Y2P MV I've ever watched. So one of the first YouTube Poop music videos I watched, called Hardcore Sham Wow. And and it's really something, to be honest. Like, sure, it's outdated and everything, but if you look past that, like honestly, for the time, like I just think it's pretty catchy, to be honest. Even though it has those classic Windows Movie Maker rainbow effects, which are top notch, by the way. Yeah, like it just really got me into the poop landscape. And I tried getting him onto the documentary. He still has not answered, but he is active on a Twitter page that he actually created just like last year. And he actually just likes my tweets from like now and then, which is honestly pretty cool, since like he's one of the first poopers I've ever watched. So it's pretty cool seeing someone recognizing me that I've idolized from all those years ago.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. That's awesome.
Of course, I watched the really popular poops from back then, like Toys Gone Wild and Sky to Ouija and all those.
Toys Gone Wild.
Yeah, that's a classic one, to be honest. Of course, that's like one of the essential classic poops. Which is a Toy Story YouTube poop, of course, if you couldn't have guessed already.
Yeah, that's
obviously,
great.
Yeah.
So let's have a brief intermission. How do you guys feel about that? And then we will come right
I'm
back.
okay with that.
All right, sounds good.
Mullet, you sounded a little less than apprehensive.
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally cool with it. I absolutely love intermissions and breaks of all kinds.
Okay, so then do we have a word from our proud sponsor, Mullet?
What is our sponsor today? We have so many sponsors. We're rolling in cheddar right now.
I think it was soap sticks. Soap sticks. Yes.
All right.
I love soap sticks. You know,
Sounds nice.
People used to make like weird faces at me because I just smelled so bad, because I wasn't cleaning myself good enough. I wasn't getting in the corners. I wasn't getting in the crevices where the dead skin
problems
and the body odor gathers. And I would get a little ripe in the middle of the day, and I just notice people make faces, and I catch a whiff myself, and I'm just so ashamed. And then, I tried this thing called Soap Stick, and it's like it's a soap delivery system that just blew me away. I mean, literally, it blew away all the dead skin, all like the sweat particles, all the dirt of the day. I come out like, I'm a new man. I have shed my skin literally thanks to the power of the Soap Stick, and it's
with the power of Soap Stick.
Yeah.
And if you are also like Mullet, and if you suffer from this horrible affliction called body odor, dead skin cells, then you too could be helped by the miraculous power of Soap Sticks. It's not soap in a bar, which is what you see everywhere. No, these are soap sticks. They are yay long, about the size of a straw, and they too could help you. Soap Sticks.
At a Dollar General near you.
Thank you for that, Mullet. Thank you very much. And Sneaky for joining in. And we will break for a couple minutes, and we will be right back. So don't go away. If you're listening, if you're streaming, if your reception is bad, we do have a really good friend who is watching from the horrible Wi-Fi signal at a Dollar General store. And we will be right back, so don't go away.
Gonna
at you. Groove it, girl.
Break seems to be running a little long. So, oh, never mind.
Everybody's getting ho, ho, ho. Bad boys get clothes, clothes, clothes. Yeah.
You are watching the Infinipoop Poopcast.
Oh yeah, now we're coming in that verse. Oh yeah, I wanna be Santa Claus.
And we are very
Not a
proud
nurse.
to
I'm
be
gonna dress up like
interviewing
Santa. I'm gonna go out
and
like
just generally
Santa.
fucking chilling with
I better man up and dress like Santa Claus. I'm gonna go out in town.
Oh yeah, turn up that snare.
Sneaky Boots,
Oh, yeah.
Sneaky Vanilla.
Ho, 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 shit,
How
I'm
many
popping up
sneakies
again.
are
Sit on my
there?
lap, tell Santa what you want, he'll buy you crap. Oh yeah.
That's right, I'm Santa Claus and every day. I'm Santa Claus in every way. I'm Santa Claus. I'm gonna come on back. I'm Santa Claus. Santa Claus, I'm gonna sit on my lap. Santa Claus, I gotta go.
We will be
Santa
right back
Claus.
in a matter of
Santa
seconds.
Claus is gonna find a way in your house, and he is motherfucking quieter than a mouse.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, 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 oh. Here we go. Wanna be Santa Claus, don't you know? I wanna be Santa Claus and ho, ho, ho and shit.
That's the man's vibe. Yeah. Santa Claus, give me gifts. Give me gifts, give me gifts, give me spliffs, give me spliffs. Sorry, motherfuckers, let me trip the rift so I can go to the North Pole with my ho ho hoes. Here they fucking come. Yeah. Yeah.
Again, thank you so much for tuning in, viewing, hanging out, chilling. And we are back with an exclusive interview with Sneaky himself. So, Sneaky, if you're there, how many different Sneaky variations are there thereabout?
All right. So, I like this question because, well, generally just because there's more questions to answer. But basically, to answer this, there's only one variation, but my username used to be Sneaky Vanilla not too long ago, actually. And originally because now this is the most hilarious story probably about my username. But I originally was like, I can't think of a new username for my new channel that I'm gonna start uploading these YTPs on. And then so of all things, I went to are you ready for it? An Xbox Live gamertag generator.
Oh.
All right. And I just kind of started clicking through the usernames, being like, oh no, not this one. And then like I eventually found one called Sneaky Vanilla. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna use this.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, there was worse. There was worse for sure.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And then so I just made that my username for a while. I still like the sneaky part of it. I was thinking I might just make it sneaky, but that would be too simple. All right, because I would think that there's probably many YouTube channels out there already with just the username sneaky, just for the simplistic username. But
Yes.
so I ended up thinking, well, so this is how it kind of interconnects. So I was thinking, since I guess I could say my mascot, my signature, my signature flag, I guess I could call it for my channel, is, SpongeBob from
your avatar, yeah,
from the Sneaky Boots episode, right? And I mean from the Squeaky Boots episode, and then so I was like, well, and originally this profile picture, well, this is a different one, but my old one, when I first started using this guy in my profile pics, someone actually made it for me. A fan actually made it for me, and it made a combo of both SpongeBob from the Squeaky Boots episode, and then from the episode where he had the soda hat, and then just kind of put it together, and that's where that came from. And then with the ice cream, basically what happened there was, the episode from the screenshot that this guy took it from was from where he had ice cream. And I thought, well, and that was actually my idea, because I thought, well, vanilla, that's kind of like ice cream, right? Like vanilla ice cream. I guess that kind of makes sense. And I just kind of was like, all right, you just put a vanilla ice cream cone in there. And he's like, all right. And then that's what happened. And it already had an ice cream cone in the episode, but it was strawberries. So he just kind of used the bucket tool and just painted it, white. And I was like, all right, that's good. And then,
that's great. That's really great.
That's
so what you're
that's
saying
where
is that your avatar, because when I first
avatar,
saw
yeah.
it, I thought it was just from one of the episodes. But what you're saying is, in fact, this is a creation.
Yeah.
This is multiple things put together to make you and to represent you.
Yeah. And this specific screenshot
That's
in my
great.
current profile pic from the episode originally only had, the swim trunks, the swim shorts. It didn't have any of the other stuff. And he was just, the stepping on the beach, I think was the part. No, I think it was another scene. I forgot exactly. But this specific one, yeah, it's basically just all put together. And same was with my older profile pictures that were made for me and the ones that I made myself. So yeah, that's kind of where it comes from. And then I put boots on it, of course, because, well, the boots, the signature boots. So yeah,
Holy
that's
shit,
where that
squeaky chair.
squeaky chair. Whoa.
We are
so,
here
yeah.
with Sneaky, but over there's a squeaky.
Whoa. what interconnected universe. This chair must be part of the universe. This chair must be canon. Oh my god. It has to be canon.
Mullet, that was your squeaky chair, wasn't it?
I did move in my chair, so yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
now,
just-
now
I'm
we all
sorry.
know the chair is canon in this cinematic
Massive
universe.
chair squeak.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the interruption. Really, it was the chair that interrupted.
Yeah.
Bad chair.
But now we have a new character in the cinematic universe, so that's good, and that's always nice to have a new
bad
canon.
chair.
A new
Oh, I
canon.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, you remember the one of my favorite movies of all time? I don't know if you've ever seen this movie, but it's called Gummo.
I've seen Gummo, yeah.
Oh, you have? Okay, so one of my favorite scenes in Gummo is when the white trash, which I hope, it's a little racially sensitive anyway, but hard to describe it any other way. But this one guy just really starts beating the shit out of this chair because it was a bad chair, and he starts showing his wrestling moves and shit. And it's one of my favorite scenes in that movie. And so now we have Squeaky Chair, and Squeaky Chair is a bad chair, and we have to use that scene from Gummo to explain this goddamn chair that just fucking interrupted you, and your great story, by the way, because
I got a little film theory here. Is that Squeaky Chair part of? Is that Squeaky Chair canon to the Gummo universe?
Dude, it fucking better be.
It's just canon to so many universes because they're all interconnected anyway. Fuck it at this point.
Mullet, go ahead and express yourself.
Express myself.
To our guests.
Okay. Oh, don't. Okay, yeah, I was squeaking the shit out of the chair. Thought maybe that was a form of expression. Express myself to the guest. Yeah. Well,
knock yourself
Boots.
out.
Sneaky Boots, Sneaky for short. Is it okay if I call you Sneaky?
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. You can call me Sneaky because most people call me Sneaky on the internet. So yeah,
Cool.
Go ahead.
Cool. Are we good?
Yeah.
You sure we're good?
Yeah,
what do you mean? Are we good? What is that?
Yeah,
what do you mean?
Okay.
Of course, I'm good.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Glad to hear it. Who are you guys?
Who are you guys? All right, let's see where this goes. I like this.
All right.
Okay, Sneaky, who are your guys?
Who are
We
my
all have
guys?
guys. Who are you guys?
I'm gonna take my shirt off, so this will be a sexy intermission.
That's kinky.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
But more importantly, who are your guys?
You
Well,
know,
at the moment, you are my guys, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm just
Because that shirt removal, that's gonna be hot. Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh man.
I'm not gay, but that's kinky as fuck.
Yeah, and with his heavy filters on, heavy effect filters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and maybe we're reiterating a little bit. So you're pooping now. You're actively pooping, right?
Yep.
What are you pooping with now?
Mainly with Vegas Pro 14 and the most recent 16 because not pirated. Yeah. So I also use Adobe After Effects on the side. Vaguely
Not
Premiere.
pirated. Make sure
Definitely
to
gotta bring that out there just for sure because someone's probably gonna call the FBI on me. Oh God! Oh fucking run!
No, let me ask you a question. This is not meant to stop your train of thought, but let me ask you a question. Do you find that the full authorized edition of Sony Vegas, do you find it more stable?
Not really. I did buy Movie Studio before I got Vegas. Barely used it, but I mean,
that was the wrong answer. You're supposed to say yes. Sony
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. No, we are looking for Sony
I'm sorry, just
sponsorship
cut
in the
that out.
future. But
Yes.
no, I'm fucking around. I'm fucking around. I take that back.
I am not being held hostage right now. Yes, it is more stable.
No, I'm fucking with you. No, you're good. No, be real. Be honest.
I can't really tell any differences, to be
Okay.
honest. So that's the most honest answer I can give.
I'm sorry for the
Yeah,
interruption.
definitely.
Please continue, man.
Not
Thank you.
pirated
Thank you
TM.
for engaging.
All right. So yeah, After Effects on the side because I learned quite a bit of that. Adobe Premiere I'm not really used to, but I have it anyway. And of course Photoshop is where I make my thumbnails. Sometimes Paint.net. I used to use Paint.net mainly when I didn't have Photoshop. But yeah, so mainly it's mostly Vegas though for the video part.
Yeah, I like Vegas myself a lot.
Yeah. It's
Just
nice, simple enough, and
efficient.
gets the job done. Yeah, very efficient.
Yeah. I enjoy any software that you buy, honestly, from the hardworking people who make it. Just,
Gotta support the makers. If you don't,
Right,
they're gonna come.
there's
The
nothing funny
FBI is
about
gonna come
that.
after your ass.
That's true. That's some true shit right there.
yeah, but seriously though, I mean, I think Vegas might be the only one for me because of
Yeah,
some
definitely.
details of the interface.
Yeah, it was hard for me to get used to at first, but then I just kind of went right on it, and I was able to figure it out pretty quick enough.
Yeah, because one thing I noticed about After Effects, you're like a lot of things are going on the timeline with everything else. Like
Yeah.
every filter, every overlay, every mask is like a thing on the timeline, and it's like a separate timeline.
Yeah.
And when you're used to Vegas, that is such a pain in the butt because
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. When I first started using it, like a friend was like, "Hey, you should try Adobe After Effects," and I was like, "All right." And then like I started using it, I had no fucking idea where to start. And then he was just telling me all this shit, and I couldn't remember it even. Like, eventually, I kind of got a little bit of the hang of it, but barely. Like, I just can use it for like I wouldn't say basic stuff, but like I guess more complex stuff, like more complex overlaying effects and all that. But like
Oh yes.
that's more of an on the side kind of thing. Definitely for me because it's a mess otherwise. If it was my main software, then yeah, yikes.
Can I ask you a question that perhaps is a little bit more theoretical or philosophical?
Sure, go ahead.
So, what is YouTube poop to you, and how has it changed your life? And if you could almost think of it from the standpoint of when you first found it to becoming a creator of it.
Yeah. Well,
and go ahead. Thank you.
Back then I didn't really have a good understanding. Well, I did, but like I didn't know how to express it that well before I started making poops, and I just kind of watched them casually. I would just kind of explain it as funny videos, like just kind of like just a really simple answer. But when I started making them, I really saw like that it was definitely an art form to say the least. Some poopers don't really like that term, as in the YouTube days. A lot of people, that was a really arguable statement for poopers to be called artists. But really, what I think of it as, and probably what most people think of it as, is taking sources and just really changing them for funny purposes or story-based purposes or even trippy purposes or anything really, anything that comes to your imagination that can really benefit the source to make it better or like hilariously worse than how it originally was. And the community side of things, really how it's changed my life is really that the community, like these days especially, like just having people that like I can kind of just escape to, especially if like I sometimes life is fucking shit, and sometimes I can just come to that community and just like have a good ass time, you know, like sometimes, you know, just gotta sit back and just have a laugh sometimes, or, you know, have a moment with these people, just kind of hang out, you know. And it's really been an escape, but at the same time a discovery.
A discovery.
Yeah.
A very interesting perspective on that. Yeah. Oh. So what else is there? Trying to think what else. I feel like something's missing, but maybe you've just been pretty thorough already. And you know, because look, we're like detectives. Actually, we're trying to
Right.
we're trying to crack the case of poop.
The artistry thing actually really piqued my interest. Mullet, what about you? He spoke that
Oh, I would say so.
it was a subject of argumentative discussion. That's something that I'm not too aware of. Do you have any more information on that, Sneaky? Is there any more that you could speak to that?
Right. Really, mainly, it's just that it was just kind of an argument between poopers, really, and it really kind of like, you know, it's really it's just really kind of like a controversial thing that, you know, some poopers really appreciate it and others don't. But mostly these days, it's like, you know, it's really a compliment. But I would say, like, when YouTube was still around and everything, like, people like Paper King got really pissed at the fact that, like, you know, oh, calling YouTube poop an art form is just like, you know, shitty point of view or whatever. But yeah, it was just really kind of like a point of discussion that kind of like really kind of like ended up like not really people not giving a fuck anymore if you call them artists or not. Yeah, like there's not really much to say about it, to be honest, except, you know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'd love to actually hear the opposing view as to that you are not an artist,
Yeah,
for example.
I
You know
really
what I
thought
mean?
that was like a really strange thing at the time because,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, honestly, like anything that's really like, you know, really is like changed and like, or not even changed, but just something that has been like made or like, you know, made by someone like that's, you know, even something bad could be art really, but like anything that's really, you know, that can be made by someone or like changed by someone or anything like that that's like, you know, a, a I can't really think of the word, but like just really like puts something that is it's basically hard work basically is art. That's basically what I guess what I'm getting at. Basically that it's just something that it takes hard work and is just really an art piece in the end, really. If you think
Yeah,
about
I
it.
mean,
So,
I think of
something
YouTube
that you can
poop.
accomplish that, you know, is hard work, I would say.
Yeah, I think of YouTube poopers in general as artists and storytellers.
Yeah, like yeah, in a way, like there's really like a story aspect, and some things can even be connected in poops to each other. Like, you know, like especially like cinematic universes, just like or you know that sort of thing, just like where things can be interconnected in different poops too. Like if you watched a certain poop from before and you watch another one, and like there's something in it that's referenced from an older poop or a future poop or something like that, it's really interconnected and it's really part of the art form.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. You know, stuff comes together in the poops. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a veteran plot pooper myself, and I've tried to make poops that actually have like sequels, and
Yeah.
they go together to varying success.
Yeah.
Honestly, it depends on what you think of it, but
Especially
I
after
understand what you're saying.
Yeah, especially if there's many different styles, that just like makes even more of an art form because, you know, art has different styles and all that, to make it unique, basically.
Yeah, I think one of the things that also makes it an art, is that although, like you were saying, there are references and it can be self-referential even, but
Yeah.
I mean, you get two people, you give them the same source, they're going to make
Yeah,
something
like
different.
tennis, like YTP tennis, for example, like that's a really back and forth thing too. And like, you know, as I was talking about earlier, like collabs where everything's kind of like either the same source or a certain like style or anything from the sort, it really connects it together.
Yeah, I certainly agree with that. Yeah, because
Oh, I see my boy Paper Mario in the corner.
yeah, yeah, and okay, so yeah, you've been pretty thorough. I mean,
Yeah.
do you feel good when you poop?
Yeah, like once I get it done and everything, it's like it's really like something that I feel I've accomplished, and it just feels so good like after I do it. You know, it's kind of like um it's just really it's really accomplishing, and especially during that work when I feel so frustrated and everything, like, oh, I'm trying to put this together, but it's all over the place or whatever, and like, you know, I just feel like giving up, and then but when I finish it, it's kind of like, wow, I did this.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you're fighting frame by frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're a creator. You're a creator, an artist, a storyteller. These are the things that comprise uh, just about every single YouTube pooper that
Yeah.
we've met. And
Especially that since this community, yet a lot of people like watch YouTube poops and everything, the community itself is much smaller. So it's like you can get, even if you're like a smaller pooper, you can get to talk to like big poopers even. Like I got to meet people with thousands of subscribers and get to talk to them and everything, and even get to like talk to them on a weekly basis sometimes even, which is really cool because like you can, like your idols, you can literally just like be like, hey, and then they'll actually respond. That you can't say that about like any celebrity or anything.
yeah, that's true. That's so true. And I'm going to fucking make a name drop right now. This is just personally in my heart of hearts.
Yeah.
I love the work of Link on Drugs. Just think
Oh
it's
yeah,
fucking beautiful.
yeah, definitely. I haven't watched Lincoln on Drugs in a while, but like he's really something. That's for sure.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, you know, back in the heyday, about
Yeah.
10 years ago or something. I just saw one of his videos and just was fucking floored.
Oh yeah.
Now, we did have someone here that joined the chat with us, but they left. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
kick.
saw them. I
You,
think
Oh wow.
I could actually tell by their profile picture
Yeah,
who they
it
were
was
too,
so
by
it was
their
so quick
avatar.
I didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
I think it was Clorox.
Clorox Corner, I think that's his name, yeah. Because like I see him on Discord, like talking in a certain YTP server
Oh
every once in a
well,
while, so that's why I know.
well,
Okay, cool.
Clorox.
Yeah, just to let you guys know, Mullet and Sneaky, I did not kick him or anything like
Right.
that. The only thing is that I have a setting so that if somebody does join, and let me just tell you to all of our viewers, if you do join the chat with us to actually be in the live stream, first your video and your audio is disabled, but don't worry about that. We can enable it, and
Fear not.
we can have a fucking anarchy session. So don't let that dissuade you.
Yeah,
Also,
Clorox,
though,
if Clorox wants to come back, because I've had some communication with Clorox Corner, before, and I've definitely told him that he's welcome on the show.
But also be aware that this is not your fucking, exclusive interview. This is
yeah.
Sneaky. We are with Sneaky. So please
Yeah, so-
respect that. But
Yeah,
anybody's welcome.
Yeah, you can just join in and have a good old time with us, I suppose.
Sneaky, man, you've really been awesome. I really mean that.
Thanks.
And tell me,
Appreciate it.
I'm really interested in some of like the other projects and other things that you're working on in the community and outside of the YouTube poop community. If you're interested, what else are you up to? And then I'd like to play this YTPMV, the Michael Rosenbridge that you developed, and I'm really looking forward to your response first.
All right. So like outside just the community or like YTP in general?
YTP in general, and then
Right.
if you're interested, also outside of the community.
Okay. So really there's not really too much at the moment, since like my main focus is on poops, but I mean I have experimented with a few things like before, just like I've tried like doing like music and kind of like remix stuff. It's still a really experimental thing for me though. I've tried like FL Studio and all that, just kind of like been messing with like synth effects and all that. But like that's really in the work thing, but like really it's like I make some like just like meme songs here and then, just like just kind of like remixes with other songs and all that, which could also be interconnected with YouTube Poop if you think about it. So I mean, and I've also did live streams of just playing like Super Smash Bros or something like that every once in a while. I'm like, hey, like you can join me in an online arena. You could play with me and all that, which is it's pretty cool to do sometimes. So yeah, I've been trying to do some experimental things. I'm thinking of doing like maybe like things outside of YouTube Poop and gaming live streams on my channel every once in a while. Like maybe I could do like some kind of like review or some kind of like video on like my opinions on something or something like that along those lines, because I really want to do more videos like just talking, basically having a talk with like the people watching and everything like that, kind of like what we're doing now, but like just kind of like a video essay, I guess, even at some point. But I'm it's kind of like, since my main focus is on YouTube Poop, that's kind of like something that I'm trying to see if I can really fit into my videos as much as I can into my video.
Huh?
Wait, what?
I don't know. Like you said a weird noise or something.
Oh no, I just said just to try to fit something else into my video uploads other than YTPs and shit posts. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but then after you said that, actually there was this sound that came through, and it sounded like wom wom wom.
What? That's weird. All right. I don't know
Right.
how that works.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what you're talking about,
sorry.
right?
I have no idea what that was.
It just sounded like wom.
Okay. Yeah.
We didn't
Yeah,
have
sorry,
to point
whatever
that
that
out,
was.
Mullet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Sorry for whatever that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried my hand at reviewing, and I made like one episode, but I was too like, it isn't published because I was too picky about what I was doing.
Yeah, that's why I don't really like many like cartoon reviewers and stuff, because like they're just really like fucking, they're really picky, to be honest. Like they can like say the most stupid shit about like this certain cartoon episode or whatever, which is like honestly, it's just kind of like really petty. So I don't really like watch like Mr. Enter and shit. But yeah, I see where you're coming from on that.
Well, it was more about like the production. Like I'd write things
Oh.
down and then I'd read it and like, oh, that reading wasn't good enough, and like, oh, my material isn't good enough, I'll rewrite it. And,
Oh, so
I've
you were
had those
really
problems.
critical
I've
of
had those
yourself.
problems before.
Like-
that makes sense. Yeah.
like I
That's
couldn't get
absolutely
a product that I was happy with. I just wanted it like so polished.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I
so
wasn't
you had
getting there.
you're working on a show to criticize other people, but in the process, you fucking criticized yourself in a loop that prevented you from releasing a product.
Wow, that would be an excellent way to describe it. Yeah, it was like a loop. Like, okay, no, I have to do this again. Okay, read this again. Okay, read the line again. Okay, come on.
Yeah, now that's something I'm talking about.
Say it with your diaphragm. Okay, come on. All right, here we go. In this episode, the guy comes to the thing and like, oh no, that was no good. I'm gonna do that again. Got to rewrite it. You're like, oh, I drove myself nuts for some reason.
Yeah, that when I did my parts for my for that YouTube poop documentary for my interview parts in episode 2, I had the same problem. Like I just kept re-recording it over and over and over because like I saw it wasn't good enough. Like, it happens. Yeah,
Dude,
absolutely.
it's so true. I mean, to be completely honest, I'm the same way. I'm sort of hypercritical about myself.
Yeah.
And it's actually a fucking miracle that we are even doing this fucking
with my
show
low
because
self-esteem and shit, and I try my hand at it, and then like, of course I'm like, nah, it's not good enough.
dude,
Over and over.
Mullet and I are both so fucking critical, self fucking critical that it really is. But I guess
Me
that's
too.
it's kind of an artist's fucking dilemma.
You know what curtailed my review show coming out? Like, it was mostly me, but it didn't help that when I was working on it around my partner at the time, and 99B knows who this person is.
Wait, sorry for a sec. I just saw that my audio's been adjusted. Wait, am I too quiet? I can turn it up if it's too quiet.
Maybe my audio's been adjusted. Sometimes I tend
No,
to get
Sneaky, you're good. I just wanted to turn you up a little bit more
all right,
to make sure that you have major focus on all things.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, but like she would come in while I was working on it, and she'd be like, I don't get it. Why are you talking about this? What does that mean? Like, like she didn't get like the whole like YouTube reviewer genre and poops or anything. So she'd come in while I'm working on something, and like I'm trying to make something with mass appeal, and I'm like, it's not appealing to the person like walking right next to me. He's like, I don't get it. I don't get what you're doing. Well, why is that on the screen? What does that mean? Like, oh God, okay, like that wasn't helping. Like, and look, blame mostly on me, but like it just fed into my self-criticism and my doubt that when I actually
don't understand it,
built myself up to try to do something, like somebody would be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I've definitely had that happen to me quite a few times before. So, I mean, I hear you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sneaky, what do you do for fun besides that? Do you skate? Do you fucking do you ride a fucking bike? Or
honestly, I'm gonna be honest, like as far as my outside activities go, like going to the store or going to fucking a fast food place or something, that's really as far as it goes for me. I'm not overweight or anything, but like it's just that I don't really have many outside activities. And so it's mostly just kind of watching shit on YouTube, watching TV, playing video games, that kind of shit.
Nothing wrong with that, bro.
Yeah, it's things that you do, it's bad for the environment to get outside. Outside doesn't want you out there.
Yeah, but what if you're inside running your AC? Is it still good for the environment to be inside?
Yeah.
According
like,
to your
I
logistics,
don't know.
Mullet.
It's better than out there with the environment messing it up, Just don't run your AC. Just, sweat it, forget it,
Sweat it and forget it.
Yeah.
The anti-AC.
Yeah.
You've heard about the
What's
AC,
going
the
on?
air
Oh, God.
conditioner, and it's revolutionized the world. Well, now there's a new product, the anti-AC. Purchase it now at a Home Depot or Lowe's near you.
So wouldn't the anti-AC just be a fucking like radiator or heater? I don't even fucking know.
No, it couldn't be a heater because a heater is still going to be utilizing the electricity. I'm thinking it would just be a fucking empty box.
Oh.
That's my first thought. I don't know. It'd be a very expensive empty box.
Oh, Nintendo Labo, basically.
Like, those cardboard, those cardboard fucking box things. Yeah. By the way, those things, man, when I first saw those, I was like, what the fuck? How much are they charging for some fucking cardboard?
Yeah, like 80 bucks. 80 bucks. Jeez.
But like at the same time, I was like, oh, this fucking asshole who invented this. Oh, you asshole. You're making so much money off of some fucking cardboard.
Yeah.
And kids don't fucking give a shit either. You know what I mean? I mean, like, really kids. I mean, they're going to get some cardboard. Dude, I used to fucking play in cardboard all the time.
Yeah.
That's hilarious that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneaky, it's really fucking cool that you decided to go through with it and actually connect with us and
we
be on the show.
Yeah. I'll do anything really for the community if possible, just kind of do everything, just get out there, all that. So yeah. So is there any other questions you want to ask me?
No, actually, no. We are going to go directly to one of your creations.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
The YouTube
time is the best time.
The YouTube Poop music video created by yours truly, Sneaky Boots. In this instance, Sneaky Vanilla. And this is called the Michael Rosin Bridge. Enjoy it.
Yes, enjoy.
The Michael Rosin Bridge. Hello.
So short but gold.
Oh, dude, I loved that. Yeah, that was good. It was masterfully done.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
Yeah. Michael Rosen, a popular source.
definitely.
I guess he did some kind of show. I never really got into Michael Rosen. Guess he did some kind
like, I think he does like story, like children's story videos, like sort of things, like
of one man play monologue shit.
Yeah.
for the BBC. So if here's a tip, because there was like some controversy during my heyday of being in the community of poop. Like there was a lot of controversy about like Michael Rosen was getting poops taken down with a minute. He didn't like the poops of himself.
Yeah. Back in those times, I think like he said something about like, okay, so I think he was talking about how all these like fucking college age like kids were like making these inappropriate videos, oh no, and all this shit, and like he went off about it. And then he went on to make this fucking video that was like, oh well, I love the poopers, which like was a whole bunch of just like fucking bullshit to keep him away from controversy. So yeah, there was some drama in that, definitely. But now he's more calm to it, I think, because like
he never did a video where he said he loved the poopers. That was a sentence mix that like a hacker put on his account. Yeah.
Wait, for real?
I don't know. Probably not.
No. Yeah, it was literally to a T. Like if it was really sentence mixing, then yeah, I think you could tell. But honestly though, like there was a lot of shit surrounding that during that time. So
I love it when people poop me.
It wasn't even like that. It was so fluid though.
That's fucking great. That's just fucking great.
Yeah.
Okay, Sneaky, I would love for us to watch another one of your creations. I'm on the video screen right now, and I'm wondering if there's another one here that you would be interested in watching with us, and then maybe talking with us about it.
All right. So out of these, I would say the Grinch one I did, I think was pretty good. I guess you can
I love
watch
the
that one.
Grinch. I love the fucking Grinch. Okay, you mean the is it the collab?
Yeah, it's
Grinch's
collab entries.
Pineapple?
A lot of them are collab entries because like I don't know, it's just so fun like joining those. So
That's awesome. Okay then, without further ado.
Yeah.
Actually, let's put a little bit more ado. Okay, no. Okay. Without further, let's enjoy this YouTube poop creation by Sneaky Boots. This is called The Grinch's Pineapple Problem.
Every who down in Who Hashville did not like Who Hash.
There's no way.
Love the Grinch who lived
In a pineapple under the sea.
did not like
Pineapple.
That pineapple is not really there. You may have a problem with your screen.
I must come on back.
6.5 hours later.
If you're seeing more than one pineapple, there may be a problem with your screen.
You're a meme, Mr. Grinch. With a nauseous
diarrhea. The Grinch's small heart did not grow.
And you'll be glad to know that that's all there is.
yeah,
another short and sweet.
Definitely. A lot of them were short because like when I make longer ones, they're usually like slow paced, and I get a lot of shit for that. And like I kind of like making faster paced ones anyway that are really short because then like it's kind of like just little bite sized things that people can just kind of watch and enjoy. Yeah, and it also takes like a fuck ton longer to make longer ones. Not that I say I'm lazy, but I am lazy. So yeah, there that is.
No, that's true. That is incredibly true. Like when it gets longer, you have to make certain sacrifices.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that was great. So yeah, okay, so I would like you to tell us a little something more about that poop specifically. This isn't actually something we've ever done before on the show, and so this is sort of more experimental. I'm curious though if you have any insights to the poop or any information that you could grace us with.
All right. First of all, this video was for, of course, well, pretty self-explanatory, but the Grinch YTP collab, hosted by Isaiah the Vargas, the same guy that does the documentary. And basically, I decided, well, I'll make an entry for this because, might as well. I mean, the Grinch is cool. I think I can come up with some pretty good jokes for it. I only ended up being in it for like 2 or 3 seconds though, but all the time in it that counts, I guess. And just having my channel link in the description is good enough for me, I suppose. But yeah, like it was just really fun working on the entry in general, just with like most of my other videos. And I think that I really put some time into it, like just to kind of like have something kind of funny just for that time, just for for Christmas and just for the holiday season, just so I can get something good out for holiday season. So I basically just kind of was like, all right, I'm gonna make this. And I remember this old thing that used to be on this like kids TV channel called like Kabillion or something like that. It was a weird like on demand on Comcast sort of thing, and it had this advertisement, and there were these videos, like these commercial intermission things called the Nonsense Box, and they were these things that just had like random obnoxious shit, like with like kind of like Muppet style puppets and everything, and actual humans. So it was kind of a mix of that sort of thing, and like there was this one part of it where it was like, what it said in that about the pineapple, like, this pineapple is not really there, there may be a problem with your screen. And I decided, oh, that's kind of a good idea. I guess I could do that. And I thought that after I made the joke of, the Grinch lives in the pineapple under the sea, might as well add some more pineapple jokes to it. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And so that's where that came from. And I kind of remembered it at that time. And then I found them on YouTube, and the original creator of them actually posted them on YouTube, as well as he does some weird other shit these days with like an adult baby. I don't know if that's like his fetish or something, but like, yeah, that's what he does. I mean, it's cool. But yeah, so I kind of thought they were really funny at that time when I originally watched them like years and years ago. And I still thought they were pretty enjoyable today because they were just, the most random shit. Kind of like YouTube poop. I guess that's kind of why I liked it. I don't know. But yeah, so I just kind of incorporated that into it, and that's where that joke came from. And yeah, like honestly though, like it was just really fun. That's really all I can say about it other than that. I mean, but I did have a really tight schedule on it because I did go on vacation before that. So I literally finished that in probably like 2 days, which I think is pretty crazy just for what I got there. So I wouldn't really call it rush because I did take like big chunks of time out of my day to do it. But it was really fun, honestly, to make, just like sitting down and like wasting my time on that. Like I just love it, honestly. Yeah.
So, Sneaky, if it's okay with you, I would like to go ahead and wrap this up very soon, because I don't want to insult you and occupy too much of your time. And
Yeah, no,
I just
totally.
really, I really appreciate you doing this with us.
Yeah, no problem. It's fine. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question though. How do you feel that we have treated you in this interview?
I don't really have any problems, honestly. So I think it went pretty fluidly. Probably, I'm probably gonna not like my parts when it's uploaded because I hate how I sound. That's just a general anxiety of mine. But
You sound fine.
yeah,
I have the
but
same problem.
it's
I
just a general anxiety of mine. But I think that this was pretty
finally.
fun to do, honestly. I've been asked to be on other podcasts. I've asked to be on other podcasts of this like YouTube poop genre, like, and because YouTube poop podcasts are just a pretty cool thing that I think like there should be like kind of like I think there should be more of because like I just feel like it's just another thing that's being done with YouTube poop, and I think that's really really cool because when there's something new that's added to YGP that's kind of like it's always kind of either groundbreaking or just like really really cool to have because if it was just kind of spit dinner, I don't think like YouTube poop would have survived if there wasn't all these poopers who've like evolved it into like how it is today and everything. So I think that bringing new things to the table is always appreciated. And of course, there's other podcasts of YouTube poop, as I said before, but I gotta say,
how many are there?
There's about like 3 or 4. I believe the 2 other ones I know of is of course Jimmy Davis's, which is of course the most well-known one, and then there is Dirt McPineapples, and I know I say this guy's name a lot, Isaiah Vargas, because like honestly, like I just became good internet friends with him, so I know about him. Yeah, so basically this guy named Dirt McPineapples does this kind of like podcast of YouTube poop. It's called Behind the Poop, and it's been pretty cool, the episodes that they had out so far. I was originally gonna be on it, but then some scheduling mishaps happened, and then they kind of messed up the whole schedule, and they haven't really did an episode in a while, so I don't know if they just gave up on it or not. But yeah, like that's the other one I know of. I know I've saw like a couple other like ones, but like they're like I don't even remember, but I just remember seeing them in passing. So I know other people have tried a hand in this, of course, but this being my first experience with it, it's actually really I'm really honored to be on it. To be honest, like it's been great. Yeah.
And that is the poop podcasting community. It's a thing. It's not just us being a couple of nuts, and it's not just 99V being a nut and saying, "Oh, there should be a poop podcast." And
no, I'm a fucking nut. I am a nut. I thought
it's
God,
a thing that people do.
Yeah,
I want to know more about.
It's great how people like have like similar ideas because then it just gets it more out there. Because like that's what YouTube generally was like. It kind of was like people were making these videos, and then it kind of got out there to people and made it more generally popular,
accessible too. I think
definitely.
the accessibility podcasting really what is a awesome subculture is just more power to whoever wants to do that.
Yeah, and I'm definitely so happy to see all these new things coming up with poops, like that documentary and these podcasts. It really helps the community. Really.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, without a doubt. Do you have any advice that you could give to other poopers who may be on the fence or thinking about actually coming on to the Infinipoop Poopcast show? Please. Yes, absolutely. Okay, Mullet, he is taking a momentary break.
Oh, okay. I used to wash myself with a rag on a stick.
Oh, shit.
All right. That's enough of that. All right.
Okay. Are you good, Sneaky?
Yeah. Just has to do something. Yeah. So, my cat was bothering me. Yeah. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'm doing something now.
Okay, so I was asking
Yeah.
you if you could share, please, if you could share any advice with other poopers right now who may be on the fence about coming on the show, who want to be on the show for obvious reasons, but who may be, what do you call it? Who may be, a little scared, I guess,
Yeah.
without any
I was
disrespect.
kind of skeptical on coming here, being on the podcast the first two, but honestly, like it kind of just grew on to me, and I think that really just being on it just really kind of like made me much less like nervous about it. So for the people who like are nervous or are on the fence about it, honestly, like don't be, because it's just a wonderful experience, really. And it really, as I said earlier, it benefits the community and also just kind of generally gets you out there, and just helps everyone really in this situation. And even then, like, if you don't want to be on the podcast, of course, there's many other opportunities out there. And honestly, I would just say go for it, to be honest. Just go for it. Because, like, it's just a fun experience.
That's a good way to look at it. That is a very good way to look at it.
Yeah, thank you, Sneaky. Sometimes it can be hard to try to explain that idea. And I just really appreciate it. I really respect you. And as a person, not just as a pooper, it was fantastic to have you on. You are welcome back any time, Sneaky. Stay in touch with us, brother, and let us know whenever you're doing something else, whether it's poop related or any kind of artistic endeavor that you find yourself in. It would be awesome to know about and talk with you again.
Of course, same with you. Yeah, this was great. Yeah.
Oh, and as always, if you have links for anything, poops or other projects you're working on, have links. We will definitely put them in the description.
At some point, yes. And I want to apologize to anybody that we've interviewed before. We will get your links up. Please send them to us again. And
yes, send your links in a month, and after we have dinner. And our dinner will be spaghetti, of course.
I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
Thank you for that. Mullet, do you want to take us out?
Yeah, whether you wash yourself with a rag on a stick or you're a normal human being, I hope you enjoyed the show, and
we appreciate you.
We wish the best to all of you.
Later.
Talking about poops.
Yeah, walk around right here. Oh, yeah. We're gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah. And go, we're just flowing now, and just going now, and we're already knowing how to be the rock party, something, mochow, like you're Chinese, chicken chopping, you're breaking boards in half, like your name was Bruce Lee. Hi-ya! You're really godless, you think she's godless, oh no, I'm gonna tell you something that she's doing right now. Trying to preach a cow. She's having a cow like Mark Simpson said. That's the woman that you had in his head. I ain't saying it, but everybody thinks that someone got the master plan, but no one ain't got it good, got it, lost it up over the hill. Over the hill of love. Over the hill of love. Keep on climbing till you get to the top of your love. I want to make it a little more mellow right here. This is a love song for my girl Ann. And I see you looking at her. in. Come home tonight. Come on in. Sit here by the firelight. Come on in. Let me run your fingers through your hair. Come on in. It's just come on in.
I said, come on in. I said, come on in. And I said, come on in.
Come on in. It's just you, me, and my body smell. We can get under the covers and tell secrets that we'll never tell.
Oh yeah, and then that's right, I wanna never tell, no one nowhere. And before I would tell, I go straight to hell, I swear I would. And I'll hug you, I hug you in my house, I hug you in the motherfucking hood. And I'm not playing, man, I'm not playing, I ain't joking neither. That's right, I said it, and now just go and spray it.
Yeah. Let's just get under the covers, you and me, where Fox News can't see us, and together we'll be lovers here in secret. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Let me stick my hands in your, yeah, 55-year-old vagina. Pull that dust right out.
It's dried out.
Let that G-spot like a monitor.
It's right. I know the smack it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All we want to know be said.
Yeah. Okay, I'm alright. Is this the winter song?